Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and finish up our review now. We're on number 7. It says, what is the relationship between the slope of the line at the right and the side lengths of the triangle? Well, if we take a look at the first little triangle right here, let's find the slope of this line right here, AC. What's the slope of that line right there? Who can help me find the slope of that line? AJ.
How you could find it is rise over run.
Rise over run. Good.
So on the top we will put 1, and then if we go over it, 2, so it'll be 1/2.
All right, so he said we were rising 1 and running 2, so our slope is 1/2. Good. All right, so what about the slope of the next one going from C to E? Caleb? So the rise is 3 and the run is 6. So the rise is 3, run is 6. And can that be reduced to anything, Caleb? To what? 1/2. Awesome. All right. Everybody good with that? Now let's address the second part that they asked us to look at, the length of the triangle, the side lengths. Okay, so take a look right here at this one. We're talking about triangles. It's laying on its base right here, right? And what do you notice about the base there? How long is it from A to B right here? 2. Okay, 2. And then how long is it from C to D right here? Eddie? 6. Okay. And do you agree those represent the bases down here? 2 and 6. Okay, and then how about if we look at the height from B to C and then from D to E? Kaylee? Okay, so it's 1, and then over here would be 3. Okay, and do you not agree that those are represented right there? So maybe what we could write is that the slope of the line is 1/2, which happens to be the ratios of each of the side lengths. And I will write that for you so that you have it, okay? Or how about we say the ratios, this will be easier, the ratios of the side lengths are equal to the slope. Does that make more sense? And I'm just going to write that it is 1/2. Any questions about that one? That question right there? Nope. Okay. Do you need just another minute, or are you done writing? Okay, let's look at number 8. The depth of snow and the number of hours are in a proportional relationship. The relationship is shown in the graph, which is right here, and then it says what we have to do first is we have to interpret the unit rate and compare it to the slope. So we have 2 things to do here. First, what I want you to do is I want you to look at that graph, because things on this graph can be a little bit deceiving. What do you notice about the graph? Jake? Okay. It's going up by 0.5. You're right. Y is going up. And then what else do you notice, Kaylee, about the x-axis, maybe something? They're going up by 2s. So what we need to do first is we need to pick 2 points on here that we can look at, or maybe 1 point first that is on a direct line of whole numbers that could help us. Bryce?
1 and 4.
All right, so we have 4 and 1, or 1 and 4. So if we were finding the unit rate, we could put the change in y over the change in x. If we were finding the slope, we could put the change in y over the change in x. The constant rate, change in y over the change in x, right? So what is that? So our unit rate is what? Change in y over the change in x. So what's going on? Let's take a look at this point right here and this point right here, because both of those line up with whole numbers. The change in y, what's going on when I go from here to here?
+1.
1. There's my change in y. And what's going on when I go from here to here, from 4 to 8? Plus 4. So if I put the change in y over the change in x, what do I get? 1/4. That's right. So our unit rate is 1/4. And what is our slope? And our slope is what, Jake?
Since unit rate equals slope, it's 1/4.
And our slope is also 1/4. So what can we say about them? They are equal. They are the same. All right, any questions about that one? New? All right, 2 questions left. We're looking at 9. Yes, sir. Let me just get through this really quick before we run out of time on our video, and I'm happy to listen to your explanation because you may have thought about it in a different way than we did, or I did. Number 9, the figure shows triangle ABC plotted on a coordinate plane. Explain how to determine the slope of the line through points A and B, then determine the slope. You know what, AJ, how would you find that? Is that what you were going to tell me?
I used the formula of y over y.
Awesome. Which points did you use?
I used the points A and B.
All right, so you said you determined the rise over the run using points A to B. And what did you find out that the slope was?
I found out that the slope was
6 over 5. Awesome. Good. Perfect. And that's all we had to do there. Number 10. It says the graph shows the plans for a beanbag tossing game. Use 2 points to find the slope of the game. So, Aubrey and Bryce. Aubrey, you found the slope of which line first? A and C? All right, good. So from A to C, we're going to go up how many? 1, 2, and we run how many? 8, which leaves us with what? 1/4. Okay, now we got to pick another set of points. So Bryce.
I did AB and I got the same thing, 1/4.
AB, and you said you also got 1/4. Okay, good. So the slope of the line is what?
1/4.
Alrighty, guys.